From reinventing search into a unified experience to introducing a new version of ChatGPT, the battle for AI supremacy between Microsoft and Google is officially on. The companies are combining OpenAI with their existing models. The excitement around AI has pretty much reached a fever pitch over the last couple of months, and after teasing a new Bing recently, Microsoft moved on to the next step and finally gave us the full news release.
Let's try this now in the new Bing. What you'll see as we pull up is first you see the web results. We also know we'll make our share of mistakes, and as we begin to roll this out. So we've added a quick feedback button, and what you get here now is we have the ability to highlight these web links. We can annotate the results.
This time, they're integrating ChatGPT in any future iterations of Bing, Azure, Edge, or any other Microsoft product you can think of.
I want to introduce you to your AI-powered Copilot in Edge. We've just look and feel and new AI capabilities. As you can see here, it's sleeker. Here I am on the Gap website. I'm browsing around in my new Edge browser, and I want to read Gap's.
And if I'm being honest, the demo and details were incredibly impressive. On top of that, the search giant, Google, responded with its own announcement for its AI initiative, Bard. Yeep. Ever since OpenAI launched ChatGPT and Microsoft invested in the same technology, Google needs to step up its game. Because right now, Microsoft is ready to reinvent search. I mean, it's sort of been at the same level for decades now, right? Sure, we've seen a bunch of improvements along the way, but how much of a massive difference have we really seen? In fact, Microsoft even presented an interesting statistic. Over half of the 10 billion searches each day are unanswered, but that won't be the case once they integrate AI as a co-pilot for the web. Of course, that'll come with the latest versions of Bing and Edge. Basically, next-generation OpenAI model ChatGPT 3.5 is going to power the new Bing, and with the Microsoft Prometheus model, we've got a new way of working with the OpenAI model. Not to mention, the company showed several examples to illustrate how users can easily search, browse, chat, and do a couple of other things. Like you could create a menu for an anniversary, or maybe even build a trip itinerary. It's all about the seamless user experience. But with Microsoft dedicated to integrating AI to advance its own applications, here's the burning question: should Google be worried? And the answer is, maybe not yet. Right now, there's a major computing shift by bringing AI to people thanks to search engines. So while Microsoft is integrating AI in Bing to respond to text queries, Google is a step further. The search giant is planning to introduce AI in its text, image, and video search tools as well. And both companies acknowledge that AI in search engines wouldn't have been possible without strong hardware infrastructure, although they didn't really share any details on the actual hardware driving AI computing. Having said that, considering that both companies have incredibly different AI infrastructures, so the speed and accuracy of these responses will be the ultimate test to determine how viable these search engines actually are. Because at the end of the day, there's just one goal: pushing the boundaries of AI.
Why is search so important to Microsoft and Google?
Well, you have to realize that for Microsoft specifically, they launched Bing years ago, over a decade. And in technology, at the very least on the internet, they saw it as a chance to sprint forward often. So when they suddenly got this partnership with OpenAI, which
With heavy investments in AI research and development, companies are creating breakthrough technologies. Take Google's DeepMind, for example. I'd say it's been pretty successful if you consider reinforcement learning and natural language processing. On the other hand, we can't ignore Microsoft's investments in large language models either. And if I'm being honest, OpenAI, the research organization funded by Tesla CEO Elon Musk and Sam Altman, is what's really driving this advancement. Because with the launch of ChatGPT 3, let's just say it might have forced Google and Microsoft to step up their game. And they did, didn't they? While Microsoft started on a smaller scale, Google rolled out Bard to compete with ChatGPT. Now basically, the field of natural language processing is definitely blowing up. And right now, we've got these two players on the field. They're both using powerful machine learning algorithms. They both generate almost human-like language, which was honestly pretty creepy for some users too. And you could literally get it to write anything you want. But what makes one of them better than the other? The underlying architecture and types of languages areas it's good at. On a broader level, they're pretty similar, but take it one step deeper and you'll see the key differences between the two systems. For one, ChatGPT is based on the transformer architecture that's shown to be super effective at language tasks. Talk about machine translation and even summarizing huge blocks of text. On the other hand, you've got Google Bard, which mostly relies on a recurrent neural network architecture, and that's got its own strengths. It can easily process the seemingly endless sequences of data, like speech recognition, but here's the thing. With ChatGPT, they've already trained it on a huge body of text data, so whatever command you enter, you're going to expect super coherent and contextually appropriate language. Meanwhile, Google Bard relies on a more limited set of training data, so when it comes to complex language tasks, it might not be as efficient, which means Google needs to step up its game, because ChatGPT has already turned away users with its explosive growth. Here's a shocking statistic to prove it. It got over 57 million unique visitors in December, overtaking TikTok. People are ready to adopt this technology, and they're already taking advantage of it. Not only do Google and Microsoft need to enter this emerging market, but they also need to introduce unique models to take over the AI model. And to expand the reach and capabilities of artificial intelligence, both companies need to strategically work with other companies. Yep, I'm talking about partnerships, and it seems like they're working on it already. On the one hand, you've got Google shaking hands with huge tech companies like Intel, IBM, and a bunch of other startups too, but Microsoft won't risk being left behind because it's partnering up with the major players in the game like Amazon and OpenAI, and with such connections, it's allowed tech giants to take advantage of the strengths of other companies while expanding their AI reach. And it's about time they caught up, because OpenAI's rapid development of its own AI models is taking over the tech industry. I mean, take a look at GPT-3. It's become the breakthrough in the world of natural language processing. So clearly, there's a war for AI talent right now. Microsoft, Google, and OpenAI's competition is pushing the boundaries of AI technology. Honestly, in a way, as long as it's a healthy competition, it's going to do wonders for that. But there's one major concern. We might have to start thinking about our jobs. Let's be honest, there's definitely a potential displacement that we've got to worry about. With AI systems becoming more capable each day, it's only a matter of time before they replace us. I mean, think about it. In terms of the labor market and the global economy, AI is going to have a drastic impact, and all I'm hoping is that it's for our good. But that's not all. There's also the ethical implications of AI, specifically in terms of privacy and bias. At this point, ChatGPT can write on pretty much anything, and the companies are also working on plagiarism software to detect content written by the AI model. Having said that, Microsoft and Google are working on these concerns, and if I'm being honest, it might just be the game changer they're looking for, because right now there's only one thing they're after: dominance in the tech industry. Everyone's company has got its own strengths to bring to the table. No one beats Microsoft when it comes to cloud infrastructure, and Google is already catching up to ChatGPT with its own version, Bard. And OpenAI is advancing with newer innovative AI models. All in all, AI is transforming every single industry, leaving a huge impact on our society and lifestyle, so it's time we focused on its benefits and risks as we prepare ourselves for the future. And that's the Google versus Microsoft battle for AI dominance.